I'm Charlotte Cleary. I am 17, from Ireland, Republic of Ireland. I was in the BYMT show Hot Wheels last year in Plymouth. I auditioned in February 2019 in Dublin, and then I got into Hot Wheels, which performed in August. Hi Kyla, we see you.
Hello.
Kyla or Kayla, first BYMT project. Hello.
Congratulations, Kayla.
Congratulations. As I was saying, I auditioned 2 years ago, and I got into Hot Wheels, and it was my first BYMT show as well. And so I was kind of like nervous about what was going to happen, but then I went over there in the summer and I had a fantastic time. For 2 weeks we did our show, and we're rehearsing all the time. We did our show, as I was saying, and it was an amazing experience. And I auditioned again in February of this year, 2020, and I got into Bread Boy, which I'll be doing next year now, because everything was postponed because of the whole pandemic situation and COVID thing. But we're all going to be positive.
Yes, positivity.
And we're excited about the project. Yeah, I'm an actor and a singer, creative person. I did a bunch of videos for
She's a screen actor as well. So
screen acting. I was in a short film last year called First Disco. And I made a bunch of videos for BYMT's Access to the Arts campaign.
That's right. Which
amazing, loads of people supported. We thank you so much for your support, because it's such an important cause to be able to fund people's BYMT experience when, you know, even if you don't have the financial backing yourselves, you still deserve like a chance at the arts, because like, so you got to express yourself.
It's for everybody. Anyway, so I'm Christine Desmond Cleary. I'm Charlotte's mother, as you can tell. I am not a native Irish person. I'm from America. I'm a fine artist. I'm a freelance illustrator. And I pretty much am a master of all trades. Like, so in terms of creativity, that really is the focus of my life. Like self-expression and believing in yourself, and what you have to say is unique. And it can come into the visual arts, it can come into the auditory arts, and it comes into the drama, because everybody has something unique. And the one thing I like about drama is it is a collaborative art. So it's like basically taking everybody's energy and synthesizing it into something new.
Yes.
And yeah, go ahead.
That is like exactly what BYMT does, like fostering a whole collaborative effort. So like we talked to you a bit, like now we're going to talk a bit about the audition, if you're like waiting to do a BYMT project. But I think most people here, you guys are already auditioned and you're wondering what it's going to be like. But I'll just go over that briefly.
In case anyone who's watching hasn't actually auditioned,
yeah.
So.
Or is looking to audition.
Yeah,
you're excited.
Yeah, which is coming up again. The auditions will be out soon.
Yeah.
Tatiana said, so you'll be able to sign up.
Yeah, fantastic. I'm just looking at my notes here. Yeah, audition, a bit about the show, like arriving and staying at the place, because I know that could be like a big thing. What's going to happen like with staying away from home for 2 weeks, and you know, with a bunch of different people I don't know immediately, and then like getting into the theater and then doing the show. And then afterwards, what you can gain from the whole experience, which is a whole lot. So stay tuned.
That's it.
So yeah.
So basically, so I will say, talk about maybe briefly about the audition for the people who didn't. Like, so you went, I know we signed up, you went in Dublin, and she was extremely nervous before the audition.
Oh yeah.
And then afterwards she was like, oh no, I know I didn't get in. But
yeah.
Of course, she got a letter, she did get in.
Yes, you might surprise yourself.
Yes, exactly.
No, you will. I'll probably talk more about the recent one than the one I did in 2019, because they kind of switched the format from what they did originally, where you had to like bring in like your own monologue and pick a song from a list of songs. Whereas this time in February 2020, when everything was normal,
yes.
But
and we'll be again.
We're being positive. It's cool. But how we learned songs on the day and like did a bunch of group work on the day, which I thought was kind of a lot better. So it makes it more accessible to people who maybe haven't done like musical theater stuff before. Yeah. It's kind of all like on the day and developing it from day one, I guess. But I think a lot of people probably, if you're watching now, you're interested in theater and want to like do performing arts. So you're here, I feel you. Yeah, and also like we want to invite you to write your own experience, like keep chatting in the chat and asking questions about anything, and we'll probably like get to them around the end. And
yeah, if you had any questions maybe from when you were auditioning, or did you find it easier than you thought, or was it more difficult, or whatever your feedback is.
I guess about the audition, we were saying first one I was really nervous back in 2019, but this one, because of like my experience with BYMT, I was so much more confident, like you know, and you might not have that yet, but know that like going and doing this experience is going to give you so much more confidence and like you know, like expression or like that strength in your ability, like knowing that you can do this and you can do this. Like even now, self-belief. Yeah. That is the term I'm looking for. Just we got to the audition and
you're saying how it was different. So how is the more recent one different? Like,
oh yeah. So I guess you go there and everything's on the day. So like you bring your water bottle, dress in your loose clothes, your jazz shoes, your trainers, whatever you want. Jazz hands. You get ready for it all.
Yeah.
And you meet everyone like immediately. Everyone like gets into their icebreaker games and everyone's like introducing themselves. You are wearing a name tag, which you've all probably experienced. Or if you haven't, it's what you're looking forward to. And I guess I can't remember exactly what the order we did in. I think we did like dancing first. So we did like a warm up and then we learned to dance. And then after that, I think we did a bunch of scene work. Like some of us got into pairs and did like the scene and then did some improv with like other scenes. And then we learned our song. We got to like learn a bit of a song on the day. So they gave us like a sheet of paper and they taught us the song. We got warmed up a bit first and then they taught us the song. And then everyone got up and performed their song. And like, I will give you the advice our director who's directing everything, Dex, was saying. He said, make bold choices. So you can bring that with you to the project as well. Always make your bold choices. Like, don't be afraid to like, you know, go and make like a flub of it. It's all
or make a fool of yourself or draw attention to yourself, because what you're doing is, to me as an American, you're standing out.
Yeah. But no, like make your bold choices. If you feel strongly about it or you've got like an impulse to do it, like just try it out. And something our director Ellie from Hot Wheels said, Ellie Jones, she would always say, wonderful director
and developer.
Yeah. And she said, always be strong and wrong. So like go and make, that's kind of going with the bold choices. Go and make your choice. And like don't be afraid
worried
to
about if
make
it's
a
not
flub
right.
of it. And like that goes in the audition. Of course you kind of don't want to be in the audition. But like when you're on the chorus as well, it kind of gives you that more freedom to when you're with the group, you're protected and safe in the group, but also know that like everyone is encouraging you to try things out and like, you know, express yourself. So like make bold choices, be strong and wrong.
Very good.
And
good quotes.
Yeah, they're great quotes. Keep quoting them. I always quote them to myself.
Yes.
But yeah, that's kind of a bit about the audition. So yay, you got in, guys.
Woohoo!
So we're also happy and proud of you. So I guess like part of the show, one thing I will say about Hot Wheels is that it was a devised show, which a devised show means that you have the concept of the show. Ours was like roller derby and like that, the whole idea of like, you know, women's empowerment. It was all an all-female cast, but we didn't have the whole show written. There might have been some concepts, some ideas, but what we did was we had to like improv and like make the whole show, build the show from the ground up with a choreographer, a musical director, Ella Grace, our choreographer Steve Kirkham, they were a fabulous creative team.
That's one thing as a parent, like you're working with top-notch professionals who've had years of experience, and they're literally, you know, consciously wanting to help the next generation of, you know, actors. So I think that's amazing.
Yeah, so like that's one thing about a devised show. I think most people, I'm not sure what projects you guys are going to be going on. Actually, everyone write what project you're going to be going on.
Let us see.
Maybe some people from Red Boy, they're here. I'll be seeing you soon.
They'll be in October. Tatiana was saying, right? There'll be some sort of rehearsals or something.
Oh yeah,
for the new shows that are coming. Well,
on a tangent, this year I think a lot of things are different this year, as is everything, because Goblin Market.
Yay! Oh, that looks so good.
I think I know a friend who's going there. Odette from Hot Wheels. You'll see her, Lucy.
Ah, very
Evangeline, good. Cabaret Macabre.
Ooh, and that's another one that sounds really good.
Yeah. Oh.
I can't wait till they put them all up online. If I can't see all at once, you know, because there's only 2 days.
Yeah. Peter Pan. October great. And April. So you're doing the one.
Oh, Why the Whales Came. Wow, that looks great too. I remember looking at that one.
The Night the War Ended. That one looks really fun as well. I think Dex, who was at our audition,
I believe that's based on a true story.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Dex is the director of that,
Wow, the whales came. So Addison and Kyla, you guys are gonna see each other.
Yay!
Or meet each other pre get together, I guess.
Yeah.
And Neve's doing Peter Pan in October and April. So so that's one of the ones this year that I think, because everything has to evolve and change this year, I think they're splitting the show weeks from what I believe. So like,
what show was your friend Grace doing from Hot Wheels?
I She's doing Goblin Market.
Goblin Market. Hello. If Grace is not listening, hello, Grace.
But yeah, awesome. Yeah, she's on the chat with her and Grace, isn't it? Yeah.
Ah, very
Fantastic.
good. Excellent.
Yes, the Hot Wheels families.
Yay.
Dispersing themselves, going strong.
Seeding the world.
Yeah.
With feisty women. Not a bad thing.
Oh, and the Night the War Ended is October and April as well.
Wow.
Ooh, so it's going to be a slightly different experience this year.
That's
for that
great.
one. Yeah, it's exciting. Like to have it like split in 2 weeks. And
yeah, and congratulations to all you guys to be able to do something like that.
Awesome.
Something never done before.
Yes, we're so excited for you.
Mm.
We're giving you all our love and
That's
excitement.
Energy is flowing.
I guess, what were we talking about? We were talking about the Devised show, right?
Yeah, the Devised show. So
probably for most of you guys, how I said that we had the concept for Hot Wheels, but we were basically just building it from the ground up, which was really fun, and we had that kind of creative freedom. Mm-hmm. You guys will probably have like it's more pre-scripted, or be like more of a set script. So I guess there's less kind of it's kind of more structured in that way. You can't really like create your own characters. There'll probably be some pre-written, but I'm sure there's probably also like rewrites and bits that go on as well. But like it's slightly different in that way, that there's more structure, which I'll be going into that as well this year with Brit Boy, which I'm very excited as well, guys. But yeah, so that's kind of a bit about the devised and pre-scripted show.
So it is a bit different than maybe what you guys are going to experience. So meaning like Charlotte's experience was a bit different, because of the kind of play it was.
Yeah, so there was a lot more improv, and we were
creating it as you went along.
Yeah, so like stuff that we said and like improv would end up being like
in the script.
And you'd be like, oh, I like that, I'll put that in the script. And we're all like, oh yay, that was my line, that was my character. Yeah, my character was a Grace, and she liked to hit people hard in the face in roller derby, which you can't actually do, but that was her expectation. But then we like divided it into some.
Well, and that's the whole thing about Hot Wheels. It was good. It was literally, you don't often see women in that kind of a format. That's why roller derby, as we call it in America, but you guys call it roller derby, is all about like empowering women to be like kind of channel that side of their nature. Yeah. That men usually get to do. So
yeah, or like that, like strong,
that's it.
Female thing.
Strength. Yeah.
Yes. No, The Night the War Ended is October, April 2. Currently watching on the train. Oh, fantastic!
Fantastic! Hello, ladies.
Girls. That's another thing about BYMT. You like make such great friends. Like I'm still in contact with all my friends from BYMT, and like we just had the best fun. And like you get to talk to things like talk to them about like things that you're really interested in, like theater.
School. Charlotte wants to go to drama school, so like you have a resource to ask questions.
Oh yeah, I've got to like ask loads of people like about what drama schools they're auditioning for, because none of my friends here in Ireland like are auditioning for them, or like my immediate friends at school like
Charlotte's the only drama person.
So I'm kind of like, what do I do? So then at Hot Wheels I met so many people who are in the same boat as me, so that is like a great like friendship and a resource, of like supporting each other.
Yeah. And it's really interesting because like truthfully, when you go to school and stuff, it's like suddenly you may have been extraordinary where you live, like you're the one person who can do this, and then you get into a room with everybody who can do what you do. And at once it's sort of maybe challenging, but you know what it does? Because as an artist, that happened to me when I went to college, it raises your skill level. It makes you kind of come up, and it's a win-win for everybody. So I think it's great.
And in that way, like everyone has their own thing to bring to the project. In that way, like whatever
everyone's
level
unique.
You're at, everyone will have their own perspective and viewpoint of like what to do.
And skills, like skill levels. So that's why even working like choruses and stuff, you're all learning how to sing together. You're all learning how to move together. It's an amazing evolution, I guess is what I would say.
Look, Lucy said that she watched Hot Wheels.
Yay! Lucy, well done.
Fantastic. And you're doing Goblin Market, so hopefully
we'll get to watch you. I'm going to watch you.
See it when it's put together. It's amazing. So I guess
and so now you talked about the Devised show.
Yeah, but the thing I was going to say
is what was like when you were arriving
and staying for 2 weeks. Well, I think for some of you guys it will be split now. So, but it's still kind of different, I guess, because like you're still going away for a week and you're going to be doing like intense like level stuff.
Probably be even more intense if it's just 1 week.
Yeah, yeah. And deciding where that split ends of like, I guess on the shows, like of course, like
I will let you know that it was extremely warm in Plymouth, so you're going to benefit from October and April. Well, I mean, whenever they're rehearsing and stuff, it'll be much better for them.
Oh yeah, it'll be cooler.
That was just because it was the summer.
Yeah, but I guess like arriving and staying. Mm-hmm. Emily, you've been on projects before, so you probably like know when you're first going, but some of you guys won't know, like me, I was very nervous before I went. Well, not like excited nervous. I was like a mixture of excited and nervous. So because you're excited about what's going to happen. What were you going to say?
No, I was just going to say, and as a parent, like I brought Charlotte there because I didn't really know much about like Plymouth or anything. So
I know,
I wanted to make sure everything was fine. But when we got there and we arrived, and then I met Annalisa and the other ladies, but Annalisa, definitely, I was totally reassured, and you're so professional and so like kind and conscious of what was happening for all the kids. So allay your fears, parents. It's going to be a great experience. It's a wonderful organization of passionate, committed professionals.
Yeah.
So
and like our pastoral team was like amazing. Like they cared for us like so much. Actually, I have a couple pictures like put in a slideshow so you get to see. It just reminded me we're getting to the part of the talk where we have pictures of where we went, stayed and stuff.
Yeah.
Wait, here, how to share the screen again? Here it is. I hope that is working. I think we're working, guys. I hope that's sharing. Okay, there's my email. But here we go. I hope it is still sharing, but
we'll find out in a minute.
We'll find out in a second.
Pictures.
Oh, here, wait. Where's the thingy, Bobby? Oh wait, no. Bear with, guys. We're on it. Look, there's the Hot Wheels poster. Glorious.
That's it.
So that's kind of the theater.
Yeah.
Because we got there like a day early because we took the ferry and then we took the train, and there was a lot of different rescheduling of the trains. So we had to. Yeah, we took many trains, planes, trains, automobiles, except for the planes bit.
Mm-hmm.
But we got there and we kind of scouted out the theater first, so we knew that's where we were staying. And there's a picture of me with a
Hot Wheels
thing
poster. And then this is where they stayed.
Yeah. Sorry, I was checking the chat. Oh, you probably can see the chat while I'm doing this there. Oh, where you had your audition?
Oh, fab.
Oh, fantastic.
So at least you already know it was a nice place as a school, secondary school.
Yeah.
Right?
Emily's right. Like the excitement takes over the nerves. And that's like a thing, you know, as performers, you probably know yourselves, like to channel that into your experience. And that's something you do in the audition room, on stage, and you'll bring with you like to you on the project. So like here's like back to here. This is where we stayed. I just noticed there was people in the chat, so I wanted to check what you guys were saying. But this is kind of like where we went like originally.
Yeah, and it was very nice.
Yeah, we had all the balloons up.
Through that very door is where we met Annalisa.
Yes, Annalisa. We love her so much. She's the best. Like they just create such a like a welcoming atmosphere. Like they have all the balloons on the door. I mean, come on, guys. And like that was kind of like the nice sunny driveway where we were staying.
Next one.
I think this is just like during. Oh, it won't let me do that now. Why won't it let me do that?
Go back.
There we go, guys. And this is kind of when we were rehearsing. So like you get there and you're staying. You usually are staying with like a roommate. Maybe like 3 people in one room.
Yeah. Or
there was 2 people in my room, just me and my roommate Zoe. Shout out to Zoe. I love you, girl. Yeah.
Zoe.
Hi, Zoe. Yeah, and like hopefully it's more of a.
Can you explain to me, like, are the little girls in the corner? Did they learn how to do that in the room, Charlotte?
No. I mean, actually, there's my roommate Zoe. Legend.
Yay!
She was so good at skating.
Wow.
Yeah, this is like when the Plymouth City roller derby ladies came and were teaching us like what to do, like a physical, like hands-on experience of what we were doing, what we would be emulating in the show, because we wouldn't actually be on skates. I think they were deciding, can we all go on skates? And they were like, probably for insurance purposes, no, because as you know, Starlight Express,
yes,
that the Andrew Lloyd Webber show, they did all on roller skates, but there was a lot of injuries in that. So we were like,
a lot of rolling off the stage.
Yeah, I mean, our stage was flat at the end, so we wouldn't roll off, but we'd go right
into the audience.
And that wouldn't be great. So we decided we have to.
That will break that fifth wall.
Out. So our choreographer Steve Kirkham helped us develop like a way of like dance skating, which is very fun.
Yeah,
but
it did, and it looked amazing when everyone was doing it in unison. And I know the one person that said they watched Hot Wheels, or anyone who did, you can see it was very effective.
Actually, I'll stop sharing for a second, or we can. I think it's still working. Is that?
Are we back?
Yes, I think it's still working.
Hello.
Fantastic.
Check the people. What are they saying?
Oh, Emily, you were originally on Hot Wheels. Oh, so I would have I would have met you working on Hot Wheels. Like, fantastic.
Yay!
But then you got Dickens Girls, and hey.
I think the more you do, the more excitement takes over. That's exactly right.
But yeah.
Well said.
Well said, Emily. You got it down. You know.
Oh, you couldn't do the show?
Yeah, but then she did Dickens Girls, so like.
Oh, well, that's all right.
Hey, fantastic.
Just more skills for you.
Yeah. There's my dad. Thanks, Dad. You legend.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, we gotta have the familiar support.
You need the support of your parental units.
Yes, but like that was a bit about like, or those are some pictures of like the roller derby ladies coming and teaching us, which was like, that was great. Like
they were lovely.
We'd been working for I think like 3 days, like, or like even 2 days. I can't remember exactly the dates because it all kind of just blends together in the end. I probably should have kept a diary, I was saying. But hey, maybe that's something you guys can do.
She wouldn't have had any energy to write.
Yeah. I had to like, take it into my phone like a voice note.
Yeah, voice
note. We were voice noting a bunch of stuff because you're learning all the new songs. So if you're auditory, you're probably like musical, you have to like listen to like what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yes, that's something in the rehearsal room, like your phone. That's just like a tip, you'll be using your phone when you're rehearsing.
Trying to learn, yeah.
Yeah, but like I guess when you get there in the pastoral care, they're so nice and everyone's doing icebreaker games immediately. And then you're like straight into work, like on the shows. Like,
yes.
Like as I was saying, like the pictures with the roller derby ladies, they were like only like 2 or 3 days like into the project. So we'd already like learned a song and we performed it for them.
Yeah.
And they were like giving us like as I was saying, like showing us tips on like, how to do all the moves and the blocks and like the derby packs.
Yeah.
Derby teams have 14 players with 5 on the track for each jam. There
you go.
The Hot Wheels, guys. We're just
lovely music.
Music. Oh my God, the fabulous music. Ella Grace, the composer, lyricist, and musical director.
And Kizzy. Hello, Kizzy.
And Kizzy, our assistant musical director. She like was teaching us everything and leading our warm-ups in the morning. Fantastic. We just like our creative team was like so good, and your creative team will be so amazing as well because like they work with the pastoral care team to make sure that everyone is feeling good and they're always checking on you and making sure that you're ready for the day and that you're eating your breakfast so you got your fuel and like
and even Charlotte, we're vegetarian vegans and they were so nice to her and made sure that they went out and got whatever they needed for her. So that was great. Yeah,
that was like they were so accommodating and accessible. Like Annalisa was like making sure that when we'd have like trips out to the shop, they'd bring us like in groups of like 3 or 4 to the shops, and like she's making sure that I had all my vegan snacks, and it was really, really nice, like knowing that they're always there and like looking out for you, like especially like if you have like that dietary requirement. It's not a requirement, it's more of a choice for me, but like that, like they're accommodating in that way. And like with the pastoral care team, you're not always like working, because it's like usually I think breakfast for us, it was like I think it finished at 8:30, and then 9 we like got straight into rehearsing for the day. So, and I think it was like 9 to 5 usually. We'd have like a break at like 10, and then you'd have like lunch at some point, and then dinner I think after everything, and then like you'd have the evening. But like sometimes like Plymouth, they were having a fireworks festival, and the pastoral care team would like bring us down if you were up to it.
Yeah.
And it was one of the girls' birthdays. Happy birthday, Georgia! Just had it again there because it was the anniversary of Hot Wheels.
Oh, there you go.
And like we had a birthday party for her, and the pastoral care team did so amazing, like having like a fabulous party for her, and like we helped make costumes, and like just like it was like, and we had the cabaret night, which is also a fun thing. The cabaret night
is what you're thinking about the whole time and before. What will I do?
Well, yeah, I was like pretty like, oh my God, people are going to be watching me sing or perform, I have to prove myself, and like.
Then she also sang an older song, so she was worried, like, too old.
I sang Mr. Snow from Carousel, so like I was kind of like, oh God, are people going to even know this song? But it's pretty popular, you probably know it, or it's something for you to research now.
Or your parents and grandparents know it.
Oh yeah. But yeah, like that is so fun though, because even if you didn't want to perform at the cabaret, the care team were like, oh, let's like decorate the space, and they put up all these fairy lights and had all the like sweets and chocolate for us to eat. And Kizzy, our assistant musical director, like was accompanying some people on the piano, and we had like some what was I going to say, backing tracks for people performing. I had a backing track, and
so it's really just a night for bonding and fun.
And some of the creative team were watching you as well. And yeah,
so and didn't like, 3 girls did an ensemble piece or something together with a song and a dance? I can't remember.
No, well, we did our cabaret. It was quite fun. A bunch of the girls did 6, so they learned all the choreography, and like they performed it, and it was like amazing. And like we were all like, oh my God,
yes,
fantastic! What have got the category? 2 years left in the story. It was like amazing. Yeah. Oh, there's a bunch of people popping up in the Q&A as well.
Okay, let's see.
Let's just Lovely.
Take a second and ask some questions.
Yeah, just take a little brief break, guys. How did you find out about BYMT? Emily says, how do you find out about BYMT?
How did I find out about? Well, actually, I did. I saw it on social media, which I was new to. And I said, wait a minute, like that sounds like something really good for Charlotte. So I signed her up. I said, what would you like to do this? So it was me.
I said, heck yeah.
That's it, exactly.
Yeah. And like, yeah, it was on, I think it was on like an Instagram ad, did you say?
Instagram,
or Facebook ad?
Because Instagram is what the social media platform I like. So
well, I know they like advertise in a bunch of different ways, like on social media. And I think some people like said they got like flyers in their door. I remember somebody saying
so they do.
Like,
they come across all different formats.
Yeah, or like if you tell like a friend about it, you know, who's obviously interested in theater or be interested in like trying a course like this, like certainly bring them along to the audition.
How many people were in the cast?
In the cast? Oh geez, like how many people were in the cast? I think there was about like maybe like 20, 25, 26 of us. I think like that's like kind of a rough number. I'm just picking up out of my head, but like I guess like a regular like school classroom.
Yeah, like about maybe to me it looked like 30, more than 30, like 35 maybe. Even. We're just extrapolating.
Like a number.
We can find out for you.
Yes, we'll figure it out.
But and then also, hey, Charlotte,
I have the
program.
The program. It might be backwards for you guys on the screen, but you get like a little program like this at the show.
Well, we can count.
So let me just check right for you right now.
And then the other question was a random question for Neve. Did you have to pay for your BYM top or were you given to it? I think it's a part of.
Actually, yeah. At the end of the project, they gave us the BYMT top. So, guys, you get some swag.
You get a free shirt.
Some swag, and also the like amazing experience. So, like, you're emotionally changed.
It's a win-win situation.
Some absolute swag. Wait, 3, 6,
She's
9,
just momentarily
12.
counting. Take a breath.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. 36 guys.
36 people.
36 people in our cast. I think actually even I was reading BYMT posted their streaming their Macbeth show from I think 2012, 2016. Or not 2016, 2011, 2012.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they said there was like 40 people in the cast. So yeah, I guess there's like 36, 40. There could even be like a bit less. Neve asks, bit of a random question, but did you have to pay?
No, that's what we did.
Oh, excuse me.
How did they decide who played which character? That's a good question.
That's a good question. I think because ours is a devised show, we didn't like have characters yet. I think probably Ellie might have had some idea of what was happening, but she didn't have any like, you know, proper like names or like an idea of who would play what. But I know for Bread Boy, what I'm doing is I think sometime in January, we're getting together in Belfast and we're going to have like a read through of the script. So I'd say then you go and you like, I guess like
they will decide,
show the script and you'll have like I guess like a workshop. I know Emily's done a project before. I'm not sure how it worked in Dickens Girls. I'm not sure. Don't think that was devised. I don't think it was a devised show, was it, Emily? But I
think as well, if I remember correctly, the two main characters in your show, Josie and what are the characters' names again?
Molly and Charlie.
Molly and Charlie. So they picked them.
Well, no. See, what happened with us in the Device show is because I think we were there for like 2 or 3 days. I think the day like after the cabaret, which was like I think the 3rd morning or the 4th morning, like the next morning we got up and we did like a little, everyone like was in the same room. We were like, they were like, do you want like to go in separately one at a time or just want to all be in the same room at the same time? We were like, we'd rather all be together. We're in this together. Yeah. So like we all like went in same time and like we all stood up and sang a bit of the song for like each character and then like I think later that day they told us like who they picked.
Oh, I see. Evangeline, sorry to distract you. She wants to know, was there a big mix of people from all over? I think it was. Like Charlotte Charlotte was the only Irish girl.
Yeah. But there was a bunch of people from like
London.
From London, all across
and
England.
Scotland. Some people from way up in Scotland.
Oh yeah, there was like a couple people from Scotland.
And a girl from France. From Paris.
Yes. Capucine.
She was lovely. Capucine. What a great voice
she was amazing. Yeah, from France.
So she came from France to audition.
Like, so
there you go.
Capucine, love you.
We're kind of opposite on the ocean sides.
Yes.
We came from the left, she came from the right.
Yeah, like so everyone's coming from all over. And I know there's actually, I was watching one of the BYMTalks again the other day. Like they're on YouTube, I think, so you can watch them all on YouTube if you missed them, guys. like some girls were listening from, or some people were listening from Amsterdam and other places. So there could even be like a big mixture of people from like Wales, England, Scotland, Ireland, Northern Ireland, you know. So there's like a lot of people like auditioning from many different places. So, what were we talking about before?
We were talking about
what was I saying? Oh, like
making costume cabaret night. We were on cabaret.
Oh, yeah. Well, we were saying a bit about the like auditionings for different parts. So like I guess like if you depends on what kind of show you're on, I guess you could cast before. Like I say, we're doing a read through for Bread Boy, so we could be doing one then. We could cast them then, or they might like email us, like whoever is cast.
Yeah.
Or like I guess immediately when you get there, because you have the script, they might tell you like immediately when you get there, or like you'll work that day and they'll tell you later. But like, yeah, like I wouldn't worry about it too much, or we're always gonna worry about it. I understand, but like I think be excited about all the possibilities.
Go into it with a sense of excitement. Confidence, and I just want to say, being an American and being an artist, like you have to have fun, you have to have joy.
Absolutely.
You have to be like, you know, you're using your own talents, you know, raising your own vibration, and you should be in a happy, joyful mood, you know, even if you can't overcome your anxiety. When you're performing, you should be that way. So like,
well, yeah, just like go into the experience knowing that it's going to be like something crazy. It's going to be intense, but like you're going to learn so much from it. I know when you're out of your comfort zone,
when you're growing.
So growth is going to happen. You're going to be open to many new possibilities. So like, and I know it's a big like kind of worry of like, you know, oh, casting, you know, what's going to happen, but like just know that you can make, like you're the one person that can play that part in the cast. So like
that's it.
Even though you'll have like
have faith in yourself,
understudies and stuff, but you are the one person that can really, really pull it off. So like,
and try
believe in yourself, guys.
Try to turn anything into a positive, because it you know, you can feel your feelings and get them out, but you know, everybody needs to create. I'll just say again, it's a collaborative art.
Yeah.
So everybody brings their own unique part of the recipe. So just have confidence in that.
Exactly. And on that collaboration note, all the rehearsals. So we kind of talked a bit about like arriving. It was very scattered there, but you know, we had the cabaret night and like that was fun. But like a lot of it is of course the rehearsing and creating the show, and well, not maybe creating the show, but you know, learning the show and learning your parts, and then learning the dances and learning like
well,
the staging.
Hot Wheels,
and
you started very early in the morning and you were doing like a huge physical workout type thing.
Yeah, like
with
I was
all
saying,
the dancers.
So every morning, because I was kind of like a sports show, Steve Kirkham, our choreographer, was saying we're kind of going to be training together, like as a team, you know, we're all going to do it like as one. And that's essentially what you're doing anyways in any show.
Yeah.
You're training together as one, as a team, getting to know each other. So every morning we would get up, like, or we'd get up, but like around like 8, and then we'd have breakfast, I was saying, at 8:30. 9, you'd be like straight into work.
Yeah.
So sometimes we start with like a group physical warm-up, like dance warm-up. We would do like sets of like exercises, like, you know, like
boot camp.
Whoa,
theatrically
intense. I was like, I was feeling it, guys, but you know, everyone feels it. But it was like it's so fun, and like
it's even like
worth it.
Preparation for getting into your character, because that's what your character is
exactly. And like sometimes I think it usually always be like a physical warm-up first, or sometimes we would be doing like singing warm-ups with Kizzy, our assistant music director, and we'd be like, you know, doing all the scales and walking around the room and doing all this like fun exercise, you know, hi, how are you? And throwing our voices. It was like great. We're not throwing them out. We're just throwing them out and extending our rage and having fun. And then sometimes you'd be doing...
That's part of the kind of really good thing, which is you're developing these life skills called transferable skills. It means that you can take all these little things that you learn into your life forward. Like even if you don't go into theater or performance, you'll be able to do public speaking, you'll be able to have confidence and have presence.
Yeah, working with like your cast, your team.
Yeah.
Like with like other people. So like
collaborating.
And that confidence of like knowing how to kind of problem solve and figuring out, oh, well, we could try this and maybe that would work instead of this. And, oh, that was great. Like I think you did that really good.
Yes. Creative problem solving skills are essential for your lifelong evolution.
Exactly.
There's no wrong roads that you go down. You just go along that path.
Yeah, like, oh, Emily said something, wait. She said, physical warm-up when our first 2 BYMT projects were very intense and you found it the hardest, but it's one of the things that still that you still say made you who you are today.
There, see, yeah,
exactly. Like,
yeah, while it's happening, you get the phone call at night, like, oh my God, what's happening?
But in perspective, when you can like look back on it, you know, like, oh wow, that really is what I think I want to be doing, like, you know, every day, and like, we're not like what I want to be doing, but you mean like
for your life,
like for, you know, theater, you know, like knowing that you can like handle it. I mean,
that's another reason why it's such a good thing, like parentally speaking, because as I was saying before, like you would have been in maybe plays in your secondary school or younger, where you know, you're working with people who are on the same skill level as you.
Yeah.
And that's so beneficial. And like you're saying, you're being taught by real industry professionals, and they're teaching you how it's done if you were in the West End, you know, or on Broadway.
Yeah,
so
like
it is a kind of a skill that can show you whether it's for you or not.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like you have to do it to know if you really can or want to do it.
Yeah, like I think you were saying earlier that when you went to art college first, that like everyone, you go there and you like,
and everybody could draw as good, not as good as me, of course, I'm telling you, but they could. Everyone was very, very good at drawing, and then so that's a whole new ball game.
Yeah, but then
it makes you develop yourself. Like I said, it pulls you up. It makes you, you know, think about how you can excel better. So it really is good for you.
Yeah, exactly. And then in my experience, like going to Hot Wheels, like I consider myself to be like good at acting, you know, good at singing, but like dancing is where I fell down. So all those like physical worlds. So far, you know, that's where I'm developing I'm gonna say I'm developing my skills, but like when I was there and doing all the physical warm-ups and the dancing, I was like making sure, because I could see everyone else was like so like giving it their all and was like so good, that I was like, well, I have to be like up at that equal game.
Yeah, so that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Pull yourself up and know like, okay, you have to try, and you just have to like try and do it anyways, and know that you like will be growing and bettering yourself, and it will be difficult, but like it will be like worth it, because like you'll be developing your skill set, and like knowing that by developing that, like if you go onto a West End production, you know that you can like have that stamina and like that
that's it, to build the stamina. And that's basically like, when you think of it, when you're doing musical theater, it's a synthesis of acting, singing, dancing, storytelling, but most of all it's storytelling through these different talents mediums, that you have.
So like, if you do with dancing, and like as well, even with acting and singing myself, like that like completely developed more, and I was learning different things from other people, like the way they do it in their schools, and from like the creative team, and like how they were kind of like, you know, showing us how they do things, and were directing us in like in a certain way. So it was like so like eye-opening, like to different like methods and like different ways of like doing it. And I was saying like keeping those quotes in your head, like strong and wrong. I was like, okay, yeah, we're gonna be strong and wrong today. I'm gonna make my bold choices and like just try this, and if it doesn't work, you know, like it's fine, we can all laugh it off, and we'll figure out something else to do.
And I also think like creative expression is so important, and that's why you cannot underestimate like funding the arts is essential. And people don't realize, because of the situation we're in, like what were people doing? They were watching movies, they were watching TVs. Like, so it's a very important cultural thing. I mean, in Ireland, storytellers are mythic, and it's a very strong part of the culture. In fact, all of Irish history, the Druids, they literally were auditory. Nothing was written down. They had to memorize it, which is
well, unlike Britain and Ireland, like, you know, you got Shakespeare, guys.
Oh my God.
You got the Bard, guys. Yeah, like the Bard, like it's in like, it's in your DNA, guys.
That's it.
And like, and just around the world, like creative like expression like that, it's just like such an inherent thing. So BYMT helps you like foster it.
And that's what life is about. It's about creative expression. I mean, however it is, it's not all about like the institutions of society. It's about the people that make up the society having, you know, happiness and joy and kindness for other human beings, and empathy for other human beings. Because another thing is, there could be some people on your project that are having a tough time. So you have to have empathy and consideration, you know.
Yeah, and I think coming with that perspective of being like, you know, open, and being like ready to like kind of do anything that like serves the project well, and being excited, like turning those nerves into excitement, like knowing it's okay, like other people are probably feeling the same way as you, or they're like going through like other things, and just having that like open, like you know, we're just gonna, everyone like on the project, when you go there, like everyone is going to be like on the same level as you, knowing that you all want to make the project like the best it can be, and like make it an amazing show. And that's why like everyone bonds so quickly, like the whole creative team with like the cast and participants. and the crew and the pastoral care team, like everyone's like, oh yeah, we're all gonna like hold each other up so we can all like make like an amazing thing.
And you did. I just have to
Yeah.
say, as a parent, after dropping her off and then coming and seeing the 2 performances on the 2 nights, so I was just blown away. I could not believe that they could be so cohesive and organized. Nothing went wrong. Everything was perfect. Everybody was in time with each other. So, I mean, and that was a piece that was literally created from the ethers by everyone involved. Yeah. But it was fantastic because, I mean, you don't ever see women portrayed that way in the theater, fantastic. Like in a strong role. And I like really enjoyed it. It was
coming out of that movement, you know, like strong women. So yeah, like I would agree as well. Like, and even like imagine all your like pre-written things, like how much like amazing they're going to be as well, because like they're already scripted and they've got that ideas, and you get to like absolutely fine tune and like refine what's going to happen. So like that's going to be so amazing. Like I'm excited for that. I'm sure you guys are excited for that. Yeah, like everyone keep writing your experiences and your excitement into the chat. Like we want to keep spreading that positivity and that excited energy.
So we got about 15 more minutes. Do you want to do just questions now, or anything that comes up, or do you have anything else you want to say, Charlotte?
Oh, I just want to say, we kind of talked about like getting in there, but like I guess getting into the theater and like doing tech, like that can be a lot. Like we walked to the theater like most of the days, except for the last day we had like all our stuff because it was the last day. We got a bus there. But like you get in there and you're kind of doing tech. Not a lot of people in our show were mic'd, except for like, I think there was like 4 main speaking roles because our theater was kind of small, so it was just relying on us like projecting our voices. Which actually, this is a great thing that happened as well. Jane Streeton, who is the head of singing at RADA and like the head of that whole department, she came and she like during like the rehearsal I can't speak during the rehearsal process, she like came and she did singing exercises with us and like kind of making sure we're centering ourselves and singing correctly and like, you know, refreshing like that new method of like warming up and like learning things I didn't like think about like it's singing.
Well, she's so amazing because one of the things that I thought when Charlotte actually did one of the private singing classes, which some of you might have seen
recently
on BYMT, she basically is so good at bringing like the acting while you're singing into it up to a whole new level. Yeah, no, not just singing your song. And that's what I was saying about the collaborative and and she said this as well, that it like basically you are the storyteller, you know? So you want to be able to act through the song that you're singing to make that character, you know, live in people's imaginations and minds. Exactly. Even if it's on the stage for just then, you know? Yeah, like just like fully showing that experience in the moment. Because that's when people who are watching it are going to be experiencing it, like the whole like idea of live theater is being live, and like it will immediately make a profound like change with you, or not exactly profound, but it will immediately like make you happy or sad, or you'll be feeling the emotions you'll have
with the people on stage.
It'll have an impact.
It's cohesive, it's collaborative, and exchange with the audience as well as with your cast members and your crew.
Oh yeah, well that's the whole thing about theater. It's a complete energy exchange between you on the stage and it's like a circuit of energy you're making, and that's why every night is a different performance. Yeah, and right. Whereas a film, it's static. It's one person's idea, and you are basically being directed by them. But theater is something else. It's just it's magical.
Yeah, but like when we did like the like exercise with her during rehearsals, and like after kind of like most of we had 2 weeks of rehearsals on Hot Wheels, and like the last 2 days were like dedicated to performances. I see Emily Mayhew has written how many performances there were. There were 3 performances in Hot Wheels. We had 2 matinees on the Saturday, and then we had one, I think it was a matinee or an evening show on Saturday. I think it was a matinee, was it?
Yeah,
or it was like
no, it wasn't
like
a matinee.
3 or 4.
It was in the evening.
Yeah,
late afternoon.
Evening,
4 maybe.
Like late afternoon. It was like a different time. So that's what we had on Hot Wheels. But I think I'm not sure in Breadway.
The last show was on the Sunday, so 3. Yeah.
Yeah, and like some shows have like I think more performance dates. Like some of them might have 4. I think Paperboy last year had like 5 or 6 shows. Was that right? Yeah. They were doing some intense stuff in Paperboy. So we're going to be telling the sequel next year. Yes. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, I was talking about Jane Streeton. Yeah. When we got into the theater.
What an amazing teacher, and so amazing that you, through collaborating with BYMT, have access to that level.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like I'm tying in here is that we had her like during the rehearsal process. She came in like 1 or 2 days, and she was picking like people at random, like just to do some singing, one-on-one singing with her. And then we got into the theater and we were teching for ages, and we were kind of like, you know, like working in all the dances and marketing everything. Sure, you probably guys know yourselves, like the process of a tech and how it can be a little bit like after all your hard work, but it is worth it. And you're like
well, it must be done.
Hard. It has to be done. That's exactly right. And it makes you feel like kind of, okay, everything is like set, we're in the theater now, and it's actually happening, guys. Yay. Oh my god. But like Jane came in and she was like doing some more like exercise with us, like helping us remember, like everyone kind of knew how to project, but she was like making us like refining like how to do that, and like remembering all these like specific skills that are like so amazing. Like I wish I'd been like taking notes like the whole time. But you can actually get her book. I remember she was saying,
oh yes, her book
why don't we just plug her book right now?
Yes. Philip and Jane both wrote this amazing, I think only ever book published by RADA for singing, they said. So I would recommend.
It's called Singing on Stage. You guys can look it up.
It's on, I think it's on Amazon, right? Or their website.
I have it. It's like really amazing. It talks about some of their amazing singing exercises, and like, yeah, we were like practicing in Hot Wheels, and I think she did like on a bunch of other courses as well. Like I think her and Raven have like gone to a bunch of different
they've gone all over the world.
Yeah, like
Juilliard, Russia.
Well, I mean themselves, but in BYMT they usually BYMT. Go on to like each project and like they'll work with you for a bit. So you've got that like RADA professional stamped, as well as like working with your musical director and your creative team that you like create that amazing rapport with for weeks, but like not for weeks, for 2 weeks, but like it's like still so amazing. But yeah, like, and then you do the show and it's like brilliant, and you're like,
it is.
You're like just, oh
and
my
you
God,
are
guys,
then transformed, just like the lady said before, like I hated the whatever, but now it's the one thing that I say was the making of me. So remember, you just have to get through the whole process, and then when you're on stage, enjoy yourselves. And the other thing I want to say as a parent is that Charlotte saying she wanted to do musical theater and being very artistic.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, right. And in Ireland, it's a smaller country, but I said, well, you probably have to go. And then overseas. And so the BYMT project for her and for all of you, I'd say, you're going to make friends that you'll have for life. So she has a group of friends now from Hot Wheels that she can ask any questions about applying for colleges or schools, because some of the girls are slightly older. Some of them are the same age, like from Hot Wheels. So you have access to, you know, a group of like colleagues and collaborators.
Like friends who become like a network of contacts.
That's it, a network of contacts.
That you can like, if you're like, not even like if you're just in a production later, but like if you want to create a piece of theater, you know, like you have these actors who you've worked with before and like you've literally like lived with for like 2 weeks, and you've like had such a strong bond that you know like you could do something like that. Or it's just like an amazing, like those transferable skills, or like bits that you take with you like after you've done the whole experience, and like you get this this amazing confidence and friendship, and like the transferable skills like we were saying of like, you know, that confidence, or like team building, and you know, you can do like so many different things with it.
And
it's
then,
like amazing.
And then also like you did actually, I was just thinking, you made your costumes, you helped make the costumes. Yeah, we helped make
some of the costumes.
There's kind of social things. There was somebody's birthday. Yeah. So like if you're going to have a birthday, you won't get forgotten.
Yes, guys, don't worry.
That there was other things for bonding, I would say.
Yeah, like there was like icebreakers, like everyone, like the pastoral the pastoral care team like made sure like even though what was she saying?
Wait, there's a good question. What should I bring now? Charlotte had a big suitcase.
Annalisa, my must-have items. I don't.
Thank you, Annalisa.
Thank you, Annalisa, for your question.
Leggings, sweatshirts.
Yeah, like
you're going to be very sweaty.
You will be, but like some loose clothing, like clothing you can dance in.
Comfortable.
Comfortable, like jazz shoes, or like I didn't have any jazz shoes, so I just brought like my sneakers. You know, survival, like they get you through the week. If you have some comfy sneakers that you're like, because
but if you have like nice broken in jazz shoes, that might be
pretty good
better.
Too. And like I think I brought like a book and like made sure like I had some music that I could like listen to like at the end of the night. Like, you know, I could like wind down. Like they had Wi-Fi. Don't worry, guys. They will definitely, like in this day and age, they have to have Wi-Fi.
How many like speaking, like how many t-shirts did you bring? How many leggings did you bring? Like pajamas did you? Yeah, probably more than one pair of pajamas.
You can't do any on our project. We couldn't do any washing because like it was kind of such a short time period. So we had to make sure we had like a lot of things. I think I brought like maybe like 10 t-shirts, like, you know, 10 pairs of leggings, you know.
Charlotte's very good at packing. She rolled everything
I know.
up.
I was like rolling everything up, watching all the packing.
What about your toiletries and stuff? What did you bring toiletries wise?
Oh, well,
like showers and everything?
Yeah, they had showers there, good facilities. Like your shampoo, conditioner, hair gel.
Flip-flops.
Yeah, I brought
shower
flip-flops
shoes.
to the shower. Yeah, if you want to. Like, they were pretty clean. Like, I wouldn't like be worried, but like I'm also just
a little paranoid.
you were like, make sure
I'm a little paranoid.
I was like, okay. Yeah, like just everything to make sure that you feel like most comfortable. Bring like a comfy sweatshirt, you know, that you can like wear in the evenings, or like bring like, maybe if you want to bring like a game or something. I know when we had like one of the girls' birthday parties, we're all like down in the living room and we're all like playing board games and like card games that people had brought. So like if you want to do that, like it might be a fun thing to do. Yeah, and like
anyway, actually, so wait, go ahead.
Also, they'll probably tell you to bring this. I also have it down with me, like your folder, and like they'll probably give you. I got my whole script here that everyone signed. I love you, my help was cast. You're amazing. I like all the whole script that we had. And then I had like a bit of a folder that I could put my pencil in at the back.
Yeah, that's good.
And like there's music.
And then
there.
sheet music.
Well,
they gave you.
They gave us like some sheet music. Actually, also, I forgot the stuff I had over here.
Oh,
something that
you do gain.
You gain that you can put on your resume.
Put it up there to the camera.
Or like, you know, whatever. You get a certificate after your production, graded by the Trinity College London, of musical theatre production. So like, and we got distinction, which of course you guys will get because
it's
we know.
Yes,
we be new. You guys are amazing, and with like. So like that's something you get and like you can like put that like, you know,
that's a physical
like
representation of what you did,
and it's graded and it's like, oh yeah, amazing. So we knew it.
So we'll ask some questions. Let's go for the questions
like,
now.
If there's
anything we forgot,
any pressing questions,
those are very good questions so far.
Yeah.
Anybody have anything else? Just to let you know, take comfort. It's going to be great, and you're going to have a great time. Like
I know, like if like you're feeling like nervous, like I completely understand you because like I was like in the same boat, like because I was like my mom was saying at the beginning, like I was like sure like the first time I auditioned, like I did not get in.
Absolutely.
I like gave it my all in the audition, but I was like spent afterwards. I was like, oh my god, I swear. Well,
actually, what she doesn't remember is they did all the other things, and in her audition for the first time, they did all the dancing at the end, right before you're supposed to sing. Whereas this time they did the dancing in the beginning, right?
Well, I can't remember actually. I think they did it in the beginning again.
Yeah.
But like, I was prepared for it this time, so it's kind of like.
So she knew what to expect. I don't need to
like literally like obliterate myself. It's fine. But like for the first one, I was like so nervous, and then I thought I didn't get in, but then I did get in. So like, guys, you'll surprise yourself. You've got this, like.
Well, and the ones that are in, congratulations, as we said before.
I think most people, congratulations.
All right.
You're going to have so much fun.
Have some more questions.
Yeah, does anyone have anything they want to say? Oh, here's one here. I didn't even notice it. Was the whole process of Hot Wheels created over the 2-3 weeks? Yes. Well, Ellie had like, I'm not sure like about like ideas that Ellie had floating around in her head. Mm-hmm. Ellie Jones, our writer.
Wonderful director.
She like had like the idea of like kind of what was happening, and or she was telling us to think of like some derby names, which is kind of like your character in like roller derby the sport. Yeah, they have loads of funny names for themselves. What's that funny one from America? The Susie Hot Rod, or we had like Krakatoa, or like Molly Kuehl, like sciencey. There was some here. Wait, that's there. Molly Kuehl, Feral Barrel, Cruella the Wheel, Wild Child, Liz and Let Die. Yeah, so like that was like that. She was telling us to like think of that before the show because we had like a Facebook group chat, and then like we were kind of developing that at the beginning, and then we were like workshopping some scenes. Like she was saying, oh well, why don't you try it like as if you know you're just starting out with roller derby, or like you want to create a roller derby team, like get into groups and see what that's like. And then I think after we'd done like maybe like a couple improvs, like maybe over like 2 days, she kind of was like, all right, here's what I'm thinking for the script. And then we kept
so like, yeah, it was that's why when I came as a parent and I went, what, they did this in 2 weeks? Yeah, so like we like I couldn't believe it. We had bits of like the story being pieced together, and then like we'd like keep improving, and we were like, oh, maybe this could work, and this could work. Wait, scrap that old scene, we'll put this one in instead. So like a lot of it was like we had like the full script, I think maybe like 2 days before the show. Wow. But we kind of like were going along. We were learning the beginning. You were probably preparing little bits at a time, so it wasn't overwhelming. It wasn't like as overwhelming. So like that's how much we had with our device pieced. So he says, because of Peter Pan being in April, I'll be missing off a week of school right before my GCSEs, which I'm pretty nervous about. Will I have time to do a bit of studying while I'm there? I'm sure you will, because if you organize yourself well enough, or I would say like, depending on how it goes the first day, give a piece of time to yourself every day. Yeah, what happens is like
we work Tuesday, I think it was like around 5, and then like the evenings you're like free. You'll probably be tired, but like I'd say if you give yourself maybe like an hour, or like split it into like little
smaller chunks, because then you don't get tired and fall asleep while you're studying.
And like that you're giving yourself a break.
But you're going to be fine. You will
be fine. I remember some of the girls were getting their results like during one of the days, and like, you know, it was like everyone was excited and nervous and scared, and everyone was all right, and everyone was like there to comfort everyone and offer their support, and like they were able to call their parents as well and like tell them like, you know, what they got, and it was all like okay. And well, I know you're studying for them, so like, but you'll be all right. You'll have some time.
So do you still keep in touch with actors you met in last summer? Yes, she definitely does. And what is the one thing that
I learned that will help me with my future roles? Like as I was saying that quote, strong and wrong, like knowing that you like not being afraid to like try things, and like if it's wrong, just be like, or if it doesn't like feel right, be able to be like, oh well, I tried it. And like, you know, maybe it was a little embarrassing, but like it's all right, because it's all part of that process. And like, I think that's what I'll take with me, knowing that I have the confidence of like doing all that whole intense like professional level like work and like skills, like learning all those skills with BYMT, that I can like take with me as I do future things. And like the confidence like that I had from the first audition I did with BYMT in 2019 to the one I just did like after I did Hot Wheels, like I like really enjoyed the audition, because I was like, oh yeah, I'm getting to be back with people who are going to be doing BYMT shows, and like some other people I know, because I knew some people who were at the audition, like auditioning, and I was like, oh yeah, I got to see them, and I got to see the whole team who's doing the auditions, and it was like, so I like really enjoyed it.
And I got to meet Sophie Rose. Hello.
Yes.
Another beautiful singer.
Yeah.
BYMT.
So like that, I keep in touch with people, and like I've learned so much, like all this, the confidence, the friendship, the skills from the shows of like acting and singing and dancing,
and like
something I'm
like
developing.
Each show, I think even like a movie or anything, that people become like family for the brief time, you know, because you go through something together and it forges that bond.
Yeah, just to say to everyone who's on their first BYMT course, I'm so excited for you. You're gonna have an amazing time. Go into it with like an open mind and heart, and know any nerves you have, you're going to have them, but try and
just change
them into a positive thing.
Transmute it into positivity.
Yes, because we know you're going to do amazing. You're going to learn so much. You're going to grow, and then you're going to make so many good friends, and like have an amazing experience that will support you, that you'll look back on like in years to come, be like, when you're on the West End, when you're working on the West End, when you're doing whatever your heart's
on
desires.
The Broadway stage.
Yeah, and you'll be like,
way.
oh my gosh, I remember BYMT and the amazing experiences I had. And just know that we're supporting you. My mom and I are supporting
Congratulations.
you. Congrats.
Enjoy every little bit, even your nervousness, because it's not epic. You're in a very safe, secure environment.
And everyone wants you to do
well and have a good time.
Yes. So make bold choices. Be strong and wrong. Know that we support and love you, and BYMT is gonna give you an amazing experience. Everyone's saying thanks. Thank you guys.
I hope you enjoyed yourself.
Yeah, we like had so much fun. Like
I hope we answered some of your questions or gave you some information that's valuable.
Fantastic. Oh, her energy and positivity is infectious.
Thank you.
That's the only kind of infection you need, guys.
That's it.
That's the only one that we're manifesting.
That's it. Positivity.
And goodness.
That's it.
So,
and kindness and compassion.
Yeah, and if you have any more questions, email BYMT or tag BYMT on social media and like tell them.
And don't be afraid to ask, because look, you'll get the information you need, right? Yeah, rather than worrying.
Yeah, and they're happy to help you. Like they're also they want you to have an amazing experience. So, and you want to have an amazing experience too. So that's the good thing, that you're all working towards that.
It's a win-win, as I said before.
So goodbye guys. Goodbye Lucy.
Goodbye everybody.
Kyla.
It was lovely to meet you.
It's been amazing. Thank you so much.